Now let's go into the concept of discussion called as development of induced current or induced EMF by changing the angle theta, indirectly orientation of the coil, by changing the orientation of the coil. From your note, already you know the equation. Magnetic flux is given by the equation phi is equal to N A B cos theta. Others can also answer, no problem. So phi is equal to nat cos theta. Now I am going to change only the angle. Let me do one thing. D phi by dt. Change in the magnetic flux with respect to time is obtained by me by changing only the orientation of the coil. What is orientation? Angle. What is that angle? Theta. What is the angle theta? The angle between the normal drawn to the plane of the coil and the applied magnetic field. Right. Now I go for this. N is not changing. Area is not changing. Magnetic field has no change. I have to differentiate cos theta. Cos theta is equal to minus sin theta into d theta by dt. You can see the note what you have written over there. I have given us y is equal to cos theta. dy by dt is equal to minus sin theta into d theta by dt. Like that. Now I am differentiating. Cos theta is equal to minus sin theta into d theta by dt. Now, once again look at me. You know d theta by dt is equal to omega, the angular velocity. Change in angle with respect to time. Yes, I can write it as theta by t is also angular velocity. I can say 2 pi by t, total angle by total time, is also going to be angular velocity. Now what I am going to do, I know change in magnetic flux with respect to time leads to an induced EMF minus E. I can take this equation minus of N A B sin theta into d theta by dt. I go for the further explanation. The negative signs are getting cancelled, so I can have it as E is equal to N A B, of course, sin theta. I told you theta by t is equal to omega, so theta can be written to be omega t. Therefore, I can put it as sine of omega t, because theta can be written to be equal to the cross multiplication omega t, right? D theta by dt is already equal to omega. So I can write this equation as E minus and minus gets cancelled there. NAB, d theta by dt is equal to omega, right? Instead of sine theta, I cross multiply this term, so that instead of theta, I substitute as omega t. Are you understanding what I am saying here?
Yes.
Right. Now, E is equal to, listen to me, N A B, instead of omega, I can write this to be equal to 2 pi into nu, because you know reciprocal of the time period is equal to frequency. So that omega can also be written to be equal to 2 pi nu. So that I can write in the place of omega 2 pi nu into sine omega t. Now I can take this equation like this. Actually, N A B, understand my point clearly?
Sir.
2 pi nu, one segment, into sine omega t. I condense this entire term to be E naught into sine omega t. I condense all these values to be equal to E naught. I'll tell you how I condensed it and what's the reason behind condensing this. I'll tell you. So, E is equal to E naught sine omega t. What is this E naught? Maximum EMF produced. So, maximum EMF produced E naught now has been equated to N A B 2 pi into nu. Sir, here's a nu மட்டும் செப்பரேட் பண்றீங்க சொல்லுங்க. இத மட்டும் பிராக்கெட் பண்றேன். வேணும்னே nu வேணும்னே செப்பரேட் பண்றேன். ஏன்? N number of times no change constant. Area of the coil no change constant. Magnetic field no change constant. 2 pi is a constant. All the constants together is also a constant. Therefore, I can write E naught is directly proportional to the frequency. The maximum EMF produced is directly proportional to the frequency of rotation of the coil. Faster the coil rotates, greater will be the EMF induced. Slower the coil rotates, lesser will be the EMF developed. If the kerosene or petrol or diesel in the generator goes down, the speed of rotation of the generator will also be falling down. So automatically all the lights and fans will be dimmed and slowed. Purely because of the reason that as the frequency of rotation decreases, the induced EMF also decreases. So you should understand that purely the induced EMF depends upon the frequency of rotation of the coil. This is the fundamental ideology basically. Now we have obtained the mathematical expression. So phi is equal to at cos theta. I am differentiating the left hand side. So cos theta is nothing but minus sin theta into d theta by dt. I have taken this basic equation, and basic equation from this I am able to write d theta by dt is going to be equal to omega. Of course, instead of theta, I can put it as omega into t. I separate this time. I substitute for omega as 2 pi nu. So I can have this ideology. Now I condense all these values and going for E naught. E naught is nothing but the maximum EMF induced. So E is equal to E naught sin omega t. This E naught is replacing this. That's why I equate these two. I take the frequency term alone out. Rest of the terms are the constants. So constant altogether is nothing but directly proportional. நீங்க எப்போ ஒரு equal time constant remove பண்றீங்களோ அப்ப proportional. Proportional எப்போ remove பண்றீங்களோ அப்ப you will be introducing the constant. So in this case, the induced EMF is directly proportional to the frequency of rotation of the coil. That's all. Now I go for the explanation of this idea. In the idea of the explanation again, next I should go in. For the time being, this is enough. You can make a note of it first. Now, let us go in for the further analysis of this concept. Try to understand. Now, you have obtained a very good equation. E is equal to E naught sine omega t, number 1. Another is nothing but, very importantly, change in magnetic flux with respect to time leads to an induced EMF, but it is an opposing induced EMF. I told you, this negative sign indicates that if the flux is becoming from maximum to 0, the EMF developed will be 0 to maximum. That is the indication of the negative sign. Also, you have come across, this is E naught is nothing but peak induced EMF. Also, you know, angular velocity omega is equal to theta by t. Therefore, theta is equal to omega into t. So, all these ideas are known to you. So, this implies that this omega t is nothing but theta. Right. Now, I want to go to a right explanation. What is that? You try to know a small tabulation here. Okay. This is the tabulation of sine theta, and this is theta, and this is the value of sine theta. If theta is equal to 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360, sine 0, 0, sine 90 is 1, sine 180, 0, sine 270 minus 1, sine 360, 0. Above, one of my students is asking, sir, how can I memorize this? I'll tell you, it's a very simple thing. You draw a graph like this. Put this as a 0, 1 and minus 1. Now you say 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360. This is called as a sine curve. Sine 0, 0. Sine 90, 1. Sine 180, 0. Sine 270, minus 1. Sine 360 once again equal to 0. Now, I take this equation here. Try to understand what I am going to do here. It's a graphical representation. Now, I can consider omega t to be equal to theta. First of all, I take into consideration theta is equal to 0. Sine 0 is equal to 0. E naught into 0 is equal to 0. I put a dot. Next, I go in for 90 degree. I go in for 90 degree. So, first I take into consideration, I told you my back is going to be north pole, this is south pole, this is the direction of the magnetic field. I am a coil, I am standing like this, so both are oriented in this direction. Now, the normal to the coil and the magnetic field have an angle 0. Once again, I come like this, but the magnetic field goes as usual like this only. My normal to the coil is going to be like this. Now the angle is going to be 90 degree. Are you understanding what I am saying here? So, if the coil lies parallel to the applied magnetic field, it makes an angle 90 degree. If the coil lies perpendicular to the applied magnetic field, it actually implies an angle theta is equal to 0. Try to understand this. Right. So next is going to be 90 degree. Are you understanding my point?
Yes.
First is going to be, next is going to be 90 degree. Sine of 90 takes the value 1. 1 into E naught is equal to E naught. Got it now? Okay. Next is to making an angle 180 degree. Sine of 180 is equal to 0. 0 into any number is once again equal to 0. 270 degree is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 into E naught is equal to minus E naught. Next 360 degree is going to be once again 0. I am linking all these dots together. This provides me the value of the induced EMF with respect to the time. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
So I can categorize this into 4 further segments also. Segment 1, 2, 3 and all. Try to understand. This is going to be the maximum is E naught. It is 0. This is minus E naught and this is 0. So you try to understand this ideology. Now, if you can substitute 0, sine 0 is equal to 0. 0 into E naught is equal to 0. Substitute sine 90. Sine 90 is equal to 1. 1 into E naught is equal to E naught. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Then make it as a sine 180. Sine 180 is equal to 0. Sine 180 is equal to 0. 0 into any number is equal to 0. Next substitutes 270. 270 means sine of 270 is minus 1. Minus 1 into E naught is equal to minus E naught.
Yes, sir.
substitute as 360, sin 360 is equal to 0, 0 into any number is equal to 0, therefore it takes the value like this. Now, you take into consideration this talks about what? EMF. This talks about what? EMF. What I was actually substituting there? Angle. First angle, what did I substitute?
0.
What did I substitute?
0.
If 0 means I am standing like this, my normal is like this.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my point clearly?
Yes.
So the magnetic field is also like this. Are you understanding my point? Therefore, theta takes the value 0. Okay, now my flux is maximum here. My flux is maximum here. Now, when I am standing like this, the angle between the magnetic field and the normal drawn to the plane of coil makes an angle 90 degree. I will go for the further explanation afterwards. Try to understand. This is actually called as the alternating EMF. Alternating means it's not stable or static or constant. It takes the value 0 to maximum, maximum to 0, 0 to negative maximum, and negative maximum to 0. This is the value behind the development of the EMF when the angle changes from 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360. Are you understanding my point clearly?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I am saying here? So, for example, when the angle of the coil is like this, the normal drawn to the coil is like this, magnetic field is like this. Now the angle theta is equal to 0. Now the induced EMF is going to be when the angle theta is equal to 0, sin of 0 is equal to 0. 0 into any number is equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
Am I right or not?
Yes,
So
sir.
that, what is that? EMF is also equal to 0. Are you getting my point clearly?
Yes, sir.
Now I am rotating, or otherwise I will come to the direction. So I am rotating. This is the magnetic field. This is the normal to the coil. This value is going to be 90 degree. Try to understand. Now the coil is standing like this, but the magnetic field lines are going like this. So when the magnetic field lines are going like this, what is the flux? Flux is equal to 0. You know flux is nothing but the number of magnetic lines crossing perpendicularly. But my body is perfectly parallel. The coil is perfectly parallel. All the lines are crossing like this. How there is a chance for the perpendicularity? No. So that the flux is equal to 0. When the flux is equal to 0, go to the mathematics or mathematical scientific analysis. The normal to the coil and the magnetic field make an angle 90 degree. Sin of 90 takes the value 1. 1 into E naught is equal to E naught. That's why the EMF is going to be maximum.
Yes, sir.
So when the flux is going to be 0, EMF is going to be maximum. When the flux is going to be maximum, EMF is going to be equal to 0. That is the reason here the change in flux and the EMF has got a negative relation. Means if the flux is changing from 0 to maximum, EMF is changing from maximum to 0. Now, I was talking about this. The lines are crossing like this. My flux is equal to 0. But I told you that with respect to angle, this is going to be 90 degree. I substituted 90, I got it as E naught. That means EMF is maximum.
Yes, sir.
My flux is 0, but the EMF is maximum. Now if I turn like that, this angle is going to be angle drawn to the normal to the coil and the magnetic field is equal to 0. See, if you can substitute 0, EMF is equal to 0. Sin 0 is equal to 0, therefore EMF is equal to 0. But see my flux, the coil is like that, all the lines are crossing perpendicularly. So when the lines are crossing perpendicularly, if the flux is maximum, whereas the EMF is equal to 0. So that to try to understand, this is going to be the variation of the flux leads to the induced EMF, but that is also sinusoidally, according to the sine value, sinusoidally varying EMF. That is why we are calling this as alternating EMF. We call this as alternating EMF. Consequentially, the current one we are applying is nothing but, obtaining is nothing but alternating current. Alternating means it's nothing but non-stable, or can be called as unstable. It's subjected to change with respect to time. 0 to maximum, maximum to 0, 0 to negative maximum to 0. This is obeying the sinusoidal rule. 0 to maximum, maximum to 0, 0 to negative maximum to 0. So it is actually obeying the sinusoidal mathematics. That's why we call this as sinusoidal current. Otherwise we call it as alternating current, which we obtain as a domestic current. What we are obtaining in India, of course, alternating current, that is AC, that is nothing but the sinusoidal current. Every alternating current has got a frequency. What we are obtaining to our home, the domestic current has the frequency of 50 cycles per second, that is 50 hertz. It means in 1 second the current actually varies 50 times. This is called as sinusoidal current. And this generation technique is generation of alternating current.